Hi, everyone. So I'm going to get started. I have kind of a lot of things to talk about today, and I think it's going to be like a smallish meeting, but again, we're recording this, so it will be available for anyone to look at if they want to. So just thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking time out. There are a few things on the agenda, and then again, it's all up to you guys. So just a reminder that the training videos on the MIS and the blog do not address anything but how to navigate and enter data into the forms. Any questions regarding content or wording or policy are to be directed to contract managers or your program's HFA BPS trainers. Having said that, there are two new videos available. There's now a supervision form video that can be accessed by clicking the help button on the supervision form landing page. And there's also an updated frog video with the newly added partial save option. Again, the video can be accessed by clicking the help button on the first tab of the frog form, and they are both available on the blog. Ben is currently working on a change or an update to the help button that will address if we do have any new changes or an updated video. You're going to see, I think it's like a white little circle with blue text saying update or something like that. So I appreciate you, Ben, for doing that. Thank you. In the last couple months, we have seen an increase of tickets regarding target child date of birth issues, which result in the cases needing to be deleted and then re-entered with the correct date of birth. There is a training video that defines pretty well the difference between the prenatal and postnatal statuses on the cases and how these statuses are impacted by the enrollment date. The video also addresses where and when the target child date of birth can be edited. This can be accessed on the ID and contact form and the TCID form by clicking that help button. And just a reminder, in summary, the last place in the MIS that the pre or post states, the last place in the MIS that the pre or postnatal statuses can be changed prior to enrollment is on the ID and contact form. And this is noted in red on the last tab of that form. But we also have those videos available that define these two statuses and how it impacts the case. Is there any questions about that? Like I said, in the last couple months, we've seen an increase, and I think it's because there's so many new users, but also I just want to remind anybody who's listening that we do have some tools out there or resources. All right, moving on. If there is a participant who has left the program prior to graduation and they wish to once again join the program, please do not enter a new case. The original case should be reinstated either on the engagement log if the family was not enrolled or on the discharge form if the family was enrolled. Are there any questions on this? We have gotten a few tickets on this point recently.
And just to clarify that one a little bit too, if it's for the same TC. If it's a subsequent target child, then it must be a new case.
Yes, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Ben. The rule is one case per baby. If it's a second baby and the family has not graduated for the first baby, then we open a new case. But if the family is graduated, then they're kind of out of luck, right? Yeah. Of course, you can contact your contract manager, and if they approve it, then we'll go forward with that. If you have questions on how to reinstate workers or transfer workers from one location to another, or even how to enter a worker form, there are, and once again, I'm mentioning these training videos, but there are a couple of training videos regarding the navigation of these functions on the worker form. Once again, you can access these by clicking the help button. For those programs that have multiple sites, please contact us if you have home visitors who are managing caseloads in more than one location. These situations are few and far between, but they need special handling, so please let us know before you do anything. My last thing is just to remember to check the news every Friday for changes and updates to the MIS. Anything new and happening and, you know, fun, I guess, is posted there every Friday morning. So enough of me. Now I'm turning it over to you. Bring on your questions.
I just wanted to add one more thing that's
Oh.
going to be upcoming is new Cheers check-in intervals. Well, one new interval, which is the 36 through 48 month, is going to be added. And the 52 to 54 month interval is going to be changed to 49 through 60. And this is just to make it easier for whoever's entering the check-in to choose the proper interval. And just so you know, the intervals aren't really relevant for reporting purposes. They're more of a guideline for when they should be performed. So earlier on in the case, you'll see there's a lot of intervals. And later on, after I believe 3 years old, the intervals drop down a lot because only one is required. So the reports don't care if they're within the time frame of the interval. So if you did it a month before the actual start of the interval and chose that interval, it's fine. The reports won't care. It's not like the ASQ where in window is an enforced and important thing. The windows are just guidelines that show up, and they show up on the family timeline report as well to kind of say, hey, you know, get a Cheers check-in done around this time frame to make sure that you get the required number within a year, because that's really what the reports are looking for, is 2 up to year 3, I believe. I have to double check, but you get what I mean.
Thank you, Ben. Questions, comments, feedback, anybody? Anybody who is arrived after we began, this will be recorded and posted on the blog. You know, you can take a look because we did kind of talk about a lot of things.
Yeah, and actually, I guess I should bring up one more thing we're working on too. On the service referral form, we're going to be adding a new already receiving services prior to screen option for the nature of referral. So this is to make it simpler to record services that the family is already receiving once prior to when they were involved with Healthy Families, so prior to the screen form. And that will be included on the reports to try to make it simpler. So, you know, you don't have to enter as much information. So you just enter up till nature of referral. If they're already receiving services, then all of the items below that, like referral date, are they receiving services, will automatically be populated with relevant data. So like services received will be yes, the referral date will be the date of the screen form since that's the earliest date in the case, that kind of thing. And that should automatically work for all of the reports that care about services that were received prior to the screen and that they're actively receiving. And that should be going up fairly soon, either this week or next week.
And you know, I just want to comment on that. Thank you, Ben. But this was a suggestion by our users, so just I just can't say it enough that, you know, give us your feedback, give us your suggestions, because anything we can do to make your user experience and your jobs easier, we're going to try to do it. So. Questions, comments, feedback, anything? I mean, we're not even 15 minutes in, I guess, but if no one has anything to add, I'm going to sign off. And, you know, again, anybody who arrived late, please take a look at this video that will be posted by the end of today. Okay, and thank you so much. Happy first day of summer and happy 4th of July, because I won't see you. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I will mention that the next Healthy Families meeting is on Tuesday, July 23rd, 11 a.m. And all the information will be posted on the blog, but also an invite will be sent out when the date is closer. Okay, anything from anybody or? Okay, all right. Bye everyone.
Thanks, Corey.